And you know the sun's sitting fast, just like they say nothing good ever lasts. Go on now and kiss it goodbye, but hold on to your love because your heart's bound to die. Go on now and say goodbye to our town, to our town. Can't you see the sun sitting down on our town, on our town? Good night. Now I sit on the porch, watch lightning bugs fly. I can't see too good, I got tears in my eyes. I'm leaving tomorrow, but I don't want to go. I love you, my town, you'll always live in my soul. And you know the sun's sitting fast, and just like they say, nothing good ever lasts. Go on now and kiss it goodbye, but hold on to your love because your heart's bound to die. Go on now and say goodbye to our town, to our town. Can't you see the sun sitting down on our town, on our town? Good night.
Good evening, and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include Burgeo Academy Book Fair, the Calder Healthcare Center Annual Dessert Party, BBS as a new tower. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbell, Off the Rack, and more coming up after this.
Houses of yellow, lime, aqua, and blue, and the world's most friendly folk, as proud to show their true colors as the street they call Jelly Bean Road. Imagine that.
The Burgeo Academy Book Fair has been going on all week long. From Monday to Thursday, the Burgeo Academy is at a book fair. There were many different categories. For example, there were French books, animal and Aki posters, books for young children like Strawberry Shortcake, Little Brats, Dora, Blue's Clues, Clifford, My Little Pony, and many more. For the adults, there were cookbooks, 101 Secrets a Cool Mom Knows, and Stephen King books. There were even resources for teachers. The chapter books included Science Trivia, Dear Canada series, animal books, Harry Potter, a book of knock-knock jokes. For the teens, there were journals and lots of other good books. There was paint by numbers, poster sets, pens, pencils, and how to draw animals. The book fair was run by parent volunteers on a shift system. 2 parents for the morning shift and 2 for the evening shift. Everyone who bought books got a chance to win $25 worth of books. For each dollar spent at the book fair, the school would get a dollar value with which they too could purchase books for the school. When we visited, the grade 11 students and the grade 5 students were taking a look around. Many parents also took advantage of this book fair to buy great Christmas gifts. If you didn't get the opportunity to get to this book fair, take heart. The Burgeo Public Library will be having a book fair in November. On Wednesday of this week, the Calder Healthcare Center held its annual dessert party. Biv Titford, Volunteer Services Coordinator with Western Healthcare, welcomed everyone to the 6th annual dessert party. Ms. Titford told us that the gift shop opened in October 1999. She also recognized the gift shop committee and the volunteers who run and work at the gift shop. Since the gift shop has been open, it has purchased several large items needed at the Calder Healthcare Center, including a leather sofa bed for the palliative care unit, 2 wheelchairs, dishes and linens for the long-term care unit, and they donated $1,000 to the new seniors bus. The gift shop is only open from 2 to 4 p.m. each day. From October the 1st, 2003 to September the 30th, 2004, the gift shop has made $3,668.84. All funds raised through the gift shop goes directly back into the hospital. Lori Porter welcomed everyone on behalf of the staff at the hospital. She thanked everyone for their generous donations to the gift shop and the volunteers for their work and dedication to the hospital. Ms. Titford then asked Reverend Idle to do a blessing over the gathering and the desserts. Then there were also a few prize draws. Everyone was then invited to enjoy the many wonderful desserts that was prepared for the kitchen staff. There was also fruit punch, tea, and coffee. The sole purpose of these dessert parties is to help stock the gift shop. All those invited were encouraged to bring items to sell at the shop. Some of the items collected included tissues, shampoo, many other personal care products, knitted items, crafts, and toys. Thanks to everyone who made this dessert party such a great success. Many of you may have noticed that the BBS has a new tower. This past week, BBS employees put up a new 30-foot tower. The main purpose of this tower is for the BBS Christmas tree. For many years, BBS has put up the town's largest Christmas tree on its tower and invited the community to come and watch as it lit up the night sky. However, last year it was unable to be put up due to the poor condition of the tower. The tower is in deplorable condition after many years in all types of weather and was considered unsafe to climb. Many residents returning home for the holidays really missed seeing this proud tradition, and a large part of our community's Christmas season was missing. It was decided by the Board of Directors to erect this 30-foot tower to be home for the Christmas tree. With Christmas just around the corner, we are looking forward to returning to this great holiday tradition. Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
After you've seen the whales and the icebergs and the fjords, come witness a natural wonder. A Saturday night, St. John's, Newfoundland. Imagine that.
October the 16th to the 22nd was the Duke of Edenberg Award Week. The Duke of Edinburgh's Award is the most prestigious youth achievement award for young Canadians. The Newfoundland and Labrador division of the Duke of Edinburgh Award has over 3,000 participants, making it the Canadian division with the highest number of youth participants per capita. Judy Burke, Minister of Human Resources, Labour and Employment, said she was honored to recognize a program that challenges young people to develop their personal interests, social and practical skills. On a more local level, the Burgeo Division of the Duke of Edenberg held a presentation and recruitment session on Tuesday of this week at the Burgeo Academy. About 6 interested young people attended, and a couple are considering taking up the challenge. Presently, there are 5 participants in the Duke of Edenberg in Burgeo. 2 just started their silver level, and 3 have started their gold and final level. If you are interested in this challenging and rewarding program, please contact Teresa Peterson or Valerie Sims Anderson, adult coordinators with the Duke of Edinburgh program in Burgeo. With the Christmas season just around the corner, the Burnetts are gearing up for their annual flea market. The Burnetts will begin the Christmas season with their annual flea market. This is just one of the many ways they have of raising funds for our local fire department. This is a great opportunity for you to purchase gifts for someone special, or maybe that's someone who may be hard to buy for. The Burnetts will be having a baked good table, so you can stock up on some excellent cookies and cakes for Christmas. They will also be selling homemade fries. Last year, there were many different items for sale at the flea market. Everything from knitted items to large outdoor decorations. There were a few individuals from out of town. Mark your calendar for Sunday, November the 14th, and plan to attend the Burnett's annual flea market. If you haven't already started your Christmas shopping, then this will be a great time to start, and you just may get that perfect gift. Now over to Mayor Ann with the council report.
Good evening. Burgeo Town Council, we had a short regular council meeting on October the 20th. We only had 4 members in attendance. 3 of our members were out of town. And it was debatable whether I'd give you a report this week or not, but I decided, well, just as well to clue you in, even though it was only short. Of course, the thing which is on our agenda, the first thing every meeting, and I've also is the first thing which I usually report on, is our water treatment plant. Even though it's dragging out, we've still got to continue talking about it and working at it. Anyway, we were advised on Tuesday, October the 19th, by our engineers that Brook Enterprises insurance company has the assessment and the appraisal and the investigation report from the adjuster. So, and they would be getting back to Brook Enterprises 1 week from October the 19th. So that means that we should be hearing something one way or the other, whichever way it is, as long as we got a definitive answer is the main thing, by October the 26th. So that's where it sits with Brooks right now. They'll get the lowdown from their insurance company. In the meantime, the Department of Municipal Affairs, along with our engineer, have been doing some work, and that department is getting fully filled in on what has transpired, what's happening. And Mr. Cyril McCarthy has gone to his higher ups in St. John's to put in place, or try to put in place, some funding should the report back from the insurance company be not good, and in which case maybe legal action would have to be taken. Then he's gone to try get the funding put in place to finance the lawyers that would be required. In addition to that, there is also some other avenues which is open to the department, which is open to us, and is open to Brook Enterprises to try bring this thing about. So it's a long process, but it's a step-by-step process, and I think it's something probably we felt we were going to have to go through anyway. But the best thing would be is the report comes back and Brook Enterprises insurance honors the insurance and things starts moving. We had a letter from the Minister of Work Services and Transportation regarding the washout in at Top Pond Brook, and I need not say no more on that, other than that I'm sure you took notice that that the section of road is now paved, and that's good. Some time ago I was talking about eating cable for the lateral lines, and that our reply back from Municipal Affairs was that it didn't qualify under the Capital Works program. However, we wrote another letter to Municipal Affairs asking why and so on, and explaining about the heating cable. Anyway, we received a letter from the Minister of Municipal Affairs, the Honorable Jack Byrne, and in the letter he advised us that our application is now on file. However, due to lack of funding in the Capital Works program, that they're unable to supply funding at this time. I just returned from the Newfoundland Labrador Federation Municipality meeting in St. John's, and Mr. Byrne advised us then that there was a 5-year capital works program put in place, but when this government came to office, it practically had all been used up in the first 16 months of the 5-year plan. So given that, there's just no money in the capital works program, so what they're doing now is all programs under municipal affairs has been called into review, and following that review, things could change, and some money could get freed up so that there will be some money available from municipal affairs for the next 2 to 3 years. It's just a terrible situation, apparently, that they found themselves in. I mentioned that I attended the NLFM meeting in St. John's. Councillor Marsden also attended. While there, I had a conversation with the Honourable Diane Whalen, and that was with regards to the driver examiner. That service is no longer available in Burgeo, and once again I explained it to her on the phone, but once again I explained it to her what is required now for someone from Burgeo and even worse from people in the outlying areas such as Francois Grey River and Ramsey to get a high D or a driver's license. Ms. Whalen guaranteed me that there's nothing she can do this year on account of the budget restraints. However, she will be taking a second look at the Burgeo situation, and hopefully something can be done in the next budget. It is quite possible that Minister Whalen will even make a trip to Burgeo, or that's at least is what she informed me. Also, while I was at St. John's, I had the occasion to speak to Mr. Trevor Taylor, the Minister of Fisheries, and with regards to this imbalance and processing and so on. And he explains it very well, you know, that there's not much crab being taken in the area, and there is a crab plant at Trout River, I believe, and some other place there on the west coast where there is some crab being harvested and landed. So in his opinion, there is no imbalance with regards to crab production or processing in this area, and given what he said, I guess I can't argue that. So, but nevertheless, it was still worthwhile exercise to bring it up to him. We're no longer a member of Tidy Towns, however, it may be just of some interest to you that in the Tidy Towns, the category which Burgeo may have been considered, one is for Tidy Towns over 1,700. St. Anthony was the winner there, and the one which I guess Burgeo would have been in was up to 1,700 people, and Fogle was the winner there. Harbour Britain, by the way, was also the winner for the Mayor's March for Art and Stroke Foundation. And really that was about it from council. With regards to the town manager position, we received 21 applications for the job. Screening has just about been completed. Following that, interviews will be held, and then a selection of the candidate for the job. So we're probably looking at it maybe another month. And the final piece of business was invoices was approved for payment in the amount of $9,979.58. Good evening.
Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
There's puffins and petrels, kittiwakes and gulls, guillemots, merlins and murres, owls and osprey, hawks and razorbills, and you can see where the eagles have landed.
Off the rack. This week, as we scanned our tape rack, we came across a tape of Halloween around Burgeo. Let's look back to October 1995.
Good evening. Welcome to the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm Rebecca Young. The winner of the Burgeo Lions TV Bingo was Linda McDonald. Congratulations, Linda. There is no TV Bingo scheduled for Wednesday, October 27th. The next scheduled TV Bingo is Wednesday, November 3rd. We remind parents of students in kindergarten, grade 1 and 2, that there is no school on Monday, October 25th, due to the teachers in service. The Burnett's will be hosting their annual flea market on Sunday, November 14th, at the Fire Hall. It costs $5 to book a table. Anyone wanting to book tables are asked to please contact Laura Hann at 886-2974 or Claudine Hann at 886-2781. We will have more details later. If your group or organization has an upcoming event planned, we would be happy to advertise it for you. Just call the BBS office by Wednesday of each week to have items included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. See you next week.
BBS Playbill. There is no TV bingo scheduled for Wednesday, October the 27th. On Thursday, we will have a rebroadcast of the bandwagon from April 1989. Join Pansy and the gang for 2 stories, a craft, and lots of fun on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Please stay tuned now for the bandwagon from April 1989. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and God bless.